Hi, I'm Mike Zedekar. I'm a zookeeper at the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium in Ohio. I was born and raised in Muncie, Indiana, and I get to work with orangutans, gorillas, and other such animals every single day, and it's incredible. From an early age, I always knew that I liked being outdoors. I was a Boy Scout and did a lot of camping. I always had an interest in animals and insects even when I was little. My grandfather made me a couple of bug boxes where I could collect insects and put them inside there, and there's a screened front on it so they could actually survive inside the box for an extended period of time so I could observe them. So when I got into college, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do as a career field, and my father kept advising, he kept saying, you know, you should probably look for veterinarian or wildlife biologist or something down the lines of park ranger or something. And I really didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't even know if I was going to go to college in the beginning. So he said, just try out college, see how it goes, we'll see what happens, see if you like it or not, and give it a try. So stepped up, tried college, did a year or two and realized, okay, yeah, I can do this. Along the way, my my uncle was getting ready to pass away from leukemia, and he apparently had mentioned to my aunt, because they had an open keeper spot at the Mee Zoo, he mentioned to her that she should let me give it a try. So I helped her out for a Christmas season to help out with hot chocolate and sales and stuff like that. And I kind of hung out with the keeper who was working there and helped him feed the cats in the evening and did a couple other things down those lines. And I realized, you know, maybe I like doing this. And so she pulled me in the last day of the season and before they closed up shop for the night. And she said, you know what, Max said that he wanted to give you a try on this. I'm going to give you a try as a zookeeper if you want to give it a shot. So we worked it out with my schedule where I was still going to classes and I was still working another job at first. And I started being a zookeeper out there full time and did that for a couple years and realized this is what I want to do for my career. It finally clicked with me that I really do connect up with the animals. I enjoy being in front of the people. A few years go by and every spring break I'd have a week off from work and I'd always take it to tour around to other zoos to see what other zoos are in the area to give me kind of an idea of what I might want to do with my future if I didn't stay at the Mee Zoo. So I'd go around to all these zoos, and I made a connection with a fellow named Dan Hunt at the Columbus Zoo. He said, you know, we have a reptile position open and we'd like for you to try for it. So I applied for it, got the job, and I worked in the reptile department for about 8 months. Decided that I felt a little bit cramped in there and it just wasn't quite my style. I could do it, but I just decided I wanted to do something else. And my head keeper came to me and there was a position that came open in African forest. So I applied, got the job, and I've been there, gosh, I think I've been in the department almost 11 years now. Just like any job, there's days when you're not quite as happy about what you're doing. And somebody said, you know what, you got one of the coolest jobs around, you should really be thankful for it. And it made me stop for a minute and think, you know what, you're right, I do have one of the coolest jobs ever. Every time I run into somebody, they always want to talk about my job, they always want to find out more about it. Things that I try to advise people are figure out what your passions are, figure out what you really like to do. If you can, pursue a career there and you'll never work a day of your life. If you have something you like doing, you have something that is enjoyable, it doesn't matter how hard the task is, as long as you're enjoying it, it's not work.